Hello fellow yarn lovers, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to teach you how to make your own designer inspired scarf. So the inspiration for this comes from me scrolling through Pinterest and coming across this advert. So my Pinterest search was something like crochet scarf, crochet ideas, crochet inspiration, crochet autumn, and this scarf came up and it is a beautiful scarf, okay? However, this scarf costs more than my first car. So this scarf, pictured right here, beautiful as it is, it cost £375. So I actually came across this scarf around about a year ago. I'd only been crocheting a few months, and this scarf at the time was about £475. Now, I mean, I can appreciate a designer item as much as the next person, but at £350, it's just not happening for me. So what I did, a year ago I made my first one. I cannot remember how I did it. I don't have a pattern. I cannot read patterns. I cannot write patterns. Maybe I'll be able to in the future, but right now I can't, okay? So I just winged it, okay? So last year I made this. It is well loved. It is so warm. I made it with Stylecraft Special Chunky, and I just made it in the absolute image of that. I think this is the shade Fondant, so if you get Stylecraft Chunky, I made the first ever one in Fondant. I can't remember what I did. I don't remember my stitch count or anything. So I just literally started from scratch and I made this one. Now this one took me 3 hours, okay? It is so quick to make up. So if you want to make one of these, literally you could have like a cup of tea in the space it takes to make these. I mean, at least I could have a cup of tea because I drink them cold. Never get to finish them sometimes, but yeah, you could literally make this in like 3 hours, depending on how fast you crochet. But I promise you, this works up so fast. I even have like I've got a clock next to me, and I keep showing you as I'm making it how fast it's working up. It's amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip back in time. I'm going to take you to Delta Wool Shop. Delta Wool Shop is one of my absolute favourites. It's local to me. They are online. I think per ball for this, I used 2 balls. It was £2 per ball. So this, I could have spent £350 and I've literally spent £4 on this. £4 and like 3 hours, okay? It's just a no-brainer. I'm not going to spend £350 when I can make my own. Now I have 2. Let's jump back in time to Delta Wool Shop. I'm going to link everything for Delta Wool Shop down below. So enjoy the process. Okay, I'm back from the shop. Somebody missed me. I picked up 2 balls of, you've probably seen in the video thing anyway. I got Stylecraft Special Chunky. It's like a 6-weight, machine washable. You can tumble dry it. Not that I'm going to tumble dry a scarf. But yeah, I got 2 balls of this. These were £2 each. Like £2 each. Imagine, it's going to be like £4 and a few hours to make a whole scarf. Oh, £350. I know which one I'd rather do. I've studied this picture for a good solid like 5-10 minutes, and I have been chaining and frogging, and finally, okay, you will need to make a chain of 29, okay? I'm going to switch over to like tutorial mode, but you will need a chain of 29 using a 6.5mm hook. Okay, don't forget your other essentials such as snips and a needle. Okay, and I'll walk you through it. Okay, this is me trying to set my camera up so that I can do the tutorial for you, but somebody is trying to get involved. Right, Sneaky, you are going to have to move. Stop rubbing your face on the camera, woman. Right, I'll be back when I've made my cat skedaddle. Okay, Sneaky is still here, but it's fine, she's not in the way. Right, if you attack this yarn, I'm not going to be pleased with you. Right, okay, so after much fiddling and faffing and studying of the picture, you are going to need to make a chain of 28. Okay, so do your slip knot, however you do it. This is how I do it, woman. Get off. Sneaky. Right, so do your slip knot. This is how I do mine. It probably looks fiddly. There. And then I'm going to put that on my hook. I'm going to try not to be attacked. Will you get your paw out of the shot? Right, okay, so chain of 28. I'll see you in a couple of seconds when I've chained 28. Okay, I have chained 28, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is a row of double crochet into each one, because I'm going to do my single crochet right like at the very end, just because I think it'll give it a neater look. And you know what, I've faffed around with it so much that, yeah, I can't be bothered doing single crochet. Okay, so double crochet, so you're going to skip the, right, so this here doesn't count because that's a loop, okay, but this one does. So we're going to skip this, and we're going to skip this, and we're going to go into this third one with a double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go into there, grab it, pull it through, and then you'll pull through two, pull through two, okay, and you're going to do that for each and every chain along there. Woman, will you pack it in? So, like I said, you're going to do a double crochet into each chain in there. So I'm going to do that now without being attacked by this naughty little creature, and I'll see you in just a couple of seconds. Okay, right, so I've gone right the way across with all of my double crochets. It's nice and stretchy. So I'm going to turn, but like this. So turn, because we're going to start working on the next row. Okay, so what I like to do, hang on, let me just get the yarn on the other side, like that. Yeah, so I prefer my yarn on that side. Okay, I'm going to do, just to make it nice and straight, you can just chain two if you want, but I'm going to do a stacked stitch, I think that's the name of it, a stacked double crochet. So I'm going to go in to the first one, and I'm just going to do a single crochet like that. And then what I'm going to do is just this little loop here, so this front bit of yarn here, I'm going to put my hook through there, and I'm going to do another single crochet just that way. Okay, so that's giving me a stacked stitch, and it gives you a nice straight edge. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to go into the second stitch with a double crochet, and I'm going to yarn over and go into the third stitch with a double crochet. You can probably hear Sneaky purring. Will you stop interfering, Sneaky? You'd think the channel was called Sneaky Loves Yarn. Anyway, right, so we've now got 3 double crochets. One of them stacked, but it counts as one of them. So now you're going to chain one, and you're going to skip this stitch, and you're going to go into this one with another double crochet. So I'm going to just bash the camera. Oopsie. Right, so double crochet one. So you want another one, double crochet into that one, and then double crochet into the next one. Okay, so that's our next 3. We're going to skip this one, and in order to skip it, we need to do a chain. Sneaky, can you please just like stop licking me? I'm trying to teach people. Anyway, so we're just going to go, so skipping this one, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain and skip, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain and skip, all the way along. So I'm going to do it. I'll probably speed it up while I do it. So yeah, here we go. Okay, right, so we're at the end of that row. So we've went 1, 2, 3, skip, 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 and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's perfect. So that chain of 28 gives us those 28 double crochets, and then those 3 skip, 3 skip, 3 skip. So it's perfect width for a scarf. Perfect. Okay, my hard work of trying to figure this out has actually paid off. Okay, right, what we're going to do for the next row, so I'm going to turn my work. Okay, the sun's shining, I don't even need to put my ring light on today. Okay, so now I'm going to do another stacked double crochet. So there's my single, and then just into that first loop on the side, I'm going to go in there, if it will go in. Oh, the struggle is real. Through there, and then there. Okay, right, once you've done that, you are going to chain 1. Okay, you could have just done like a chain of 3 or a chain of 4 if you wanted to, but I just think I get a nicer edge off doing that. Okay, and then you're going to put 3 double crochets into this space. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and just like for the appearance of this scarf, when I was like looking at it and figuring it out, it's best to chain 1 in between each granny square. So for me personally, when I'm doing things like I don't know, like granny squares or hexagon cardigans, I never chain 1 in between my granny clusters. But for this scarf I have, just because I think that with the wool and the look of it, it just looks so much better, and it doesn't kind of like bunch up when you chain 1 in between. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do another 3 into here, then I'll chain 1, do 3 in there, chain 1, do 3 in there, all the way to the end. So if you're going to do the same, I'll meet you back in a couple of seconds when I've done that. Alright, so I've just done the last 3 in that chain space, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to chain 1. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the top of this 3rd stitch here, and I'm going to just do a double crochet into it. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and this looks like it's the top of the chain. Right, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, there. Okay, and then that kind of concludes that row. So if I get it all in the shot, because Sneaky's in the way. Okay, so if I hadn't done those chains in between, I think it would have been bunching up a bit more, but it's nice and stretchy now. Okay, so for the next row, I'm going to turn. Okay, and then I'm going to do my stacked single crochet in here. So I'm going to hook in, pull it through, and then into this one here. I'm going to pull it through. Okay, right, now this counts as one of your granny cluster stitches, so you're going to just put another 2 stitches into this hole, so double crochets. So this is your 2nd double crochet of this cluster, that is your 3rd double crochet of the cluster. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1. Okay, and we're just going to do the clusters. So we're going to, that's my chain 1, 3 double crochet, I'll chain 1, 3 double crochet all the way to the end, and I'll see you back at the end in just a second. Okay, right, I'm back at the end. Please remove yourself. Excuse me, woman, get off. Anyway, right, so I'm at the end, and then I've got this one more space, so like a kind of mirror. So we had this stitch that came out of the top of the side there, and then 2 into the space. So what we're going to do is put 2 double crochets into the space, and then do a double crochet into the top of this chain. Okay, so that will go like this. So here is 1, 2, okay, and then this is the top of the chain. Right, so I'm going to yarn over, hook into there, grab my yarn, pull it through, then through 2, through 2. Okay, and then if you can, let me zoom out a bit, you will see that Sneaky's right there. Okay, so it'll stretch back out. It kind of looks like it bows in, but it's fine. And I think that doing these stacked crochets, stitches on the side, give it that straighter edge, if that makes sense. So yeah, you're literally just going to repeat what we've done. So I'm going to do a stacked crochet, and then chain 1, and then do my 3 double crochet in here, go all the way along, and then when I finish, I'm just going to do my chain 1 and then a double crochet into the top of that stitch. So I'll do it now, but I'll kind of speed it up so that you don't have to like sit and watch me do it for ages. I'll kind of just speed it up. So here we go. Okay, right, so we got to the end of that one. So you are literally just going to repeat what we did. So it's just like a 2-row repeat. So on the ones, on the rows where you finish with this 1 double crochet, you'll just do the stacked single crochet, then chain 2 into the space and go along and just kind of mirror it. Then you'll put the 2 in the space and then the 1 into the top of this stitch and go on and so forth. So for my next one, I'll just do my stacked double crochet, put 2 more in there, chain 1 and then go along as I have been, and then I just put 2 double crochets in here and then a double crochet into the top of this chain. Okay, and that's literally all you've got to do. So I've got the rest of this ball of wool to go through. I wound it up because it had so much yarn vomit, it was annoying me. So I'm going to finish off this ball. I think these are let me just get this one. Let's have a read of this. So it is, let me see, 144 meters or 157 yards. I think it's 100 grams. Yeah, it's 100 grams. So this is going to be a 200 gram scarf. I reckon I could have this finished by the end of the day. I might try and make a TikTok out of it actually. So yeah, I will see you when this is done and somebody hasn't got their paws into my yarn. Okay, so we are 9 rows in. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rows. It is currently, just get my pound clock from IKEA. I'm actually going to do something with it, like jazz it up, but for now it's pretty cool. Right, it is 4:15. I'm going to try and do as much of this as I can. We're going to go out for dinner in a couple of hours, so I'm just going to see how much I can do. I would do a time lapse, but I'm not very technologically advanced, so I'll just tell you how much I've done before I go out. I needed a snack. I've only been doing it like 10 minutes. I've done about 5 rows, so snack break. Okay, it is now 5 o'clock. It's chucking it down outside. I'm going to have to go and get my washing in. But I think I'm around about 20-ish rows. Bearing in mind I had a snack and I grabbed a coffee. So yeah, this is working up really, really fast. So yeah. Oh great, that's getting heavier. I'm going outside. Okay, I got the washing in. I'm a little bit wet. When I got the washing in, like the biggest crash of thunder happened. Oh, I am out of breath. The biggest crash of thunder, like literally went. I'm just going to leave this recording to see if like I capture any more thunder, because it's literally right above us. Where am I up to? I have ran. I'm still out of breath. I've ran. I might need my inhaler. No, that loop is too big. Sometimes when I get loops in, they're too big. So let me just do an example. So I've done this and then that, and I find that that loop is too big. I literally just take my hook out, put my hook back into the big fat loop, and then just redo it. I don't know if you can hear that. Like, the rain is absolutely horrendous outside. Still waiting for a crash of lightning. If it happens, then maybe you'll see it. Don't know if you heard that. Still going. That was a big one. Yeah, caught one for you. Can we also just take a moment to appreciate? Let me just take this off the stand. I really am appreciating what's going on with the yarn here. Yeah, 2 seconds. Just take a moment to appreciate what is going on with my yarn ball. I can just put my hand in. But yeah. Anyway, so terrible storm outside. But the crocheting continues. Still thunder. It is currently nearly 5:30. I think I'm going to need this by the time I'm finished with the weather that's going on out there. But yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm gonna continue listening to the storm, watching other YouTube people do crochet. So yeah, I'll see you when I finish this ball of wool. Okay, right, this is 42 rows, looking pretty good. Okay, it hasn't actually taken me that long because now it's 5:45, so it's not taking that long at all. What I'm going to do is, because I want a row of single crochet along each edge, I might snip off where I'm at now, because this actually looks like it could be long enough for just like one row of single crochet along the bottom. And then I'm going to join my yarn from ball number 2, join this one onto there. So I'm going to do my row of single crochet on the bottom using the rest of this ball. Okay, let me just try and zoom out a bit. Right, what I've done, so I've tied, this is like the end of the working yarn, and I've tied it to the very beginning. Okay, so to do this row of single crochet, I'm going to stick my hook in literally right at the very start in that very first loop. I'm going to pull that through, okay, and I'm just going to chain, okay, and that's kind of put this little knot here. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, I'm going to go back into that first loop. It's going to get a bit tight. Back into the first loop, and then pull the yarn through, and there's my first single crochet. Okay, so the second one I'm going to put into here, right? So like that's, look, that's the first that's the first double crochet there, that's the second double crochet. So I'm just going to put this hook in there and just do a single crochet in there. Okay, here's the bottom of this one. So I'm going to put that in here like that. Okay, and that's going to give me a row of single joins. So this is my end that I'm going to need to weave in. So let's snip it there. Okay, I've already chained one, so I'm just going to pull that through. Okay, and there we go. Right, so that is my nice row of single crochet along the bottom, and I think it's just neatened it up quite nicely there, so I'm happy with that. Right, so this here is the end of row 42, and I need to join on my new yarn. It's looking like an absolute noodle vomit at the moment, so just give me a minute. I'm going to go and wind it up because I much prefer it when it's wound up. Okay, right, we have a nice roll here, so let me just pull out the centre. This is what I do to join them on. So I'll take this one, and I'm just going to just do a knot around it, basically like a single knot, just like that. Okay, and then with this one I'm going to make a knot on this bit here on this other side. So with the scarf one, just make a knot on that side like that. Okay, pull them nice and tight. Okay, and then all you want to do is just close it up like this. Okay, and that thing is not going anywhere. So I'm just going to grab these snippers. I'm going to snip off the ends. I think I need some new snippers. These are a bit blunt now. So snip that one, snip that one. Okay. And then you are just good to continue. So on to row 43. Okay, I have reached row 80. Let me just, it is like 7 minutes past 7. So I think I've done that quite well actually. Maybe, was that 3 hours? Wow. So this is 80 rows, including the single crochet and the double crochet. So now, oh my god, there's fluff up my nose. Now I'm just going to do a row of double crochet all the way across. So you know, I've just finished on that row there. Do double crochet into each stitch all the way across, and then I'll just single crochet into each stitch all the way across. Alright, this is going to be a game of yarn chicken. This is what I've got left. I think this is row 81, not 82. I can't remember what I said. It's been about 5 minutes and I had a small person come in and ask some questions. Anyway, right, so I've done my stack double at the beginning of there, so I'm going to try and do one more of these, row of shells, and then I'm going to do a row of double crochet into each stitch, and then I'm going to do a row of single crochet into each stitch. Okay, so starting with my stack double here. Okay, this one needs to have 2 double crochets and then chain 1. Okay, and then right, so yeah, I'm going to just put a row of shells in, then a row of double crochet, and then a row of single crochet. I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, there's my last row of granny shells. I'm going to do another stacked single crochet. So first part, and then we bring it closer for the second part in there. There. Okay, right, so that's already in that stitch. Okay, right, with this row I want to do double crochet into each stitch along, and because I'm playing yarn chicken, I'm just going to get my tension a little bit tighter. You might not be playing yarn chicken, but that's what's happening right here. Right, so when I get to these chain spaces, I'm not going to faff around and get into this chain one. I'm just going to yarn over and go into the space. Okay, and then I'll just go into the top of each one. When I get to a chain one, I'll just go into the space, and I'm going to do a row of double crochet. Okay, last stitch of this row, so yarning over, finding that V, I'm going to both loops. Okay, right, this is all I've got to work with, so hopefully this is going to be enough. Right, a row of single crochets. So just into the first stitch, it's no longer a stacked double, it's literally just a single crochet. Okay, so single crochet into each one, and pray that I'm going to win this game of yarn chicken. Okay, I think I'm just going to make it like 4 more stitches left. 1, 2, 3, and last stitch of the scarf, if it will go in. Oh, I've done it! I've done it! Yes! Let's chain 1. Just pull the whole thing through. OMG, the scarf is done. Fabulous. Right, I'm going to get a sharp needle. I'm going to probably just make this tail a little bit shorter so I can weave it in probably about there, and this can go to the scrap bin. Right, where's my needle? I don't even know how I got that in there. Anyway, right, I'm just going to thread this randomly through the stitches of the scarf. This needle is sharp, so I'm kind of putting it not just like through the loops, but like actually through the yarn as well, so that it can really get stuck in there. But yeah, I'm going to show you the finished result in just a second. So here is the finished product in all of its glory. I don't actually know how long this is, but it's 2 balls of chunky, and these are like so snuggly and warm during the winter. You would think that it's not very warm because of all the holes, but I promise you, if you make one of these, you will not regret it. These are just so snuggly. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, help my channel grow. I've got so much yarn that I've bought, which is down there. I need to sort it into here. I think my next project is going to be something Halloween-y themed, and then I'm probably going to plan some kind of blanket for Christmas. I know that some people who've subscribed, hello, thank you if you subscribed, some people have asked me to do a full tutorial on how I did the Barbie cardigan. I don't want to make another Barbie cardigan per se, but I do want to make something blue, okay? So, something green. So I'm either going to make myself a Tinkerbell cardigan or like a Frozen themed cardigan. And I will do an absolute full in-depth tutorial because people have been asking for it. So don't worry, it's in the works. But yeah, if you did happen to make one of these, I'd love to see it. So if you want to jump over to TikTok and show me, I would really appreciate it because I've got TikTok. I'm down with the kids. I do have Instagram, but I don't really use it. So I'm more of a TikToker at the moment. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.